So this is the gas can. A lot of times it's empty. Usually just check it. It's annoying when it's empty. It's annoying when it goes out on you while you're pumping. And so sometimes there's a gas can here. A lot of times there's not. So over here. So I think this white one is gas. It says gas on it. I never used it. I'll usually use ours. But we don't have a can. So we usually have one in the back of one of the trucks. But sometimes they're gone. So I've used a Gatorade bottle before or a water bottle. Rinsed it out and dried out. Pretty simple. Put gas in here. Put the lid back on. Go put this back. So then to start this is the choke, so you have to pull the choke all the way out. And then you just start it like anything else. And then it'll start. Sometimes it'll click. I don't know if I can do the click. It'll just it sounds like it's a dead battery. So then you just wiggle this. And then you can start it. Sometimes, I haven't had it happen this year at all, this battery will be dead and then it won't start. And so then you have to get another truck, usually like that red truck over there, or that's not hooked up to the trailer, and then park it close, which is going to be hard now because of all this stuff around here. And then you have to put our jumper cables to that truck, to that, and then you have to let it kind of run like that the whole time, or else it'll continue to die. So you can't just jump it to get started. It has to be charged the whole time. But I haven't had to do that yet this year. So yeah, if it just clicks like it's a dead battery, it's probably this. You probably just have to shake it. And sometimes it'll start smoking the battery terminals, but that's just how it is, and it goes away. So it's alright. I have it close. So yeah, I won't start it yet, just so I can talk, but, so first thing I do is get it started when I get here, and then you pull this towards you, or push it away, whatever. It's just the agitator for the tank. So I'll pull this, usually towards me, and then I get everything agitating, because you want it to agitate for like 5 minutes inside there before you start pumping. And then you come over here, and you grab this out of this water tank, kind of let all the water run out of it, like real quick. You don't have to like get all the water out of it, but just so it's going on yourself. And then like see how this is coiled up like this. Be careful not to pull it so it kinks it. Right here you can see where it kinks, because eventually you have to get a new hose. And these hoses aren't very cheap. I had to buy one for them last year. And also be careful not to back over this hose with the tires, because that'll smash it. And then, so you take this, it's kind of annoying, but you have to weave it through here. And then, what I usually do is I usually take the grazer and I pull it back towards me, so I can get this hose between these two tires here. And then, just kind of wiggle it on there. And then to wiggle it some more. Then make sure it's on there. And then, so we're assuming that the motor's still on. So then you come over here and turn this valve on, and then you come over here and you open these two bottom valves because they're shooting sealer, because we're not running it through our pump at all, we're running it through his pump. And so we're shooting sealer into the bottom of the tank. So we would open this one and we open this one, so the bottom two, so it can do a straight line into the bottom of the tank. And then, so we're still assuming that it's running. So then we take the right handle, so it tells you right there on these stickers. So this is agitator on the left, pump is on the right. These arrows are backwards for some reason, and so it says forward is that way, but it's actually this way. So this is reverse. So when you want to pump it, you actually turn it towards reverse or pull it towards you. So that's why it's agitated towards me, so then I know both levers go forward. So it's just like the agitator one, you can kind of feel the neutral. So then you pull it towards you like this, and then you'll see that start moving. That's something I should have mentioned earlier. So I'll usually take a picture of this when I get here. So at 7:30, whatever, I'll usually take a picture of that. And then over here is a knob. If you try turning it, you can't. So you kind of have to turn it back towards you, hear that click, and then you can turn it forward and just keep spinning until it goes to 0. And then I'll take a picture of it because it tells you the total up there. And then I'll take a picture of it starting at 0. And then I'll take a picture of it at the end of what it is. And then at the end, don't mess with this, just leave it. And so he can see it when it comes to the bleeding picture. And so yeah, you just watch that until it's going. So then it goes pretty quick. So usually within like 20 more gallons, I'll stand over here, 10 to 20 gallons with my hand on this because it goes pretty quick. And then, so it's going forward, and then once it gets there, just turn it off. And then, but you still leave everything else how it is. And then you come over here, so everything else is how it is. You come over here, you turn off your valves. So your valves are turned off. Then you come over here and you take this off. And then you can see they're all over everywhere, but that's fine. You can wash it off with the hose later. And then you take this hose over here and you stick it back in the tank. And then you come back to the pump, so everything's still running. That valve is still open, so you leave that valve still open. Come over here, and then you take a picture of the meter. And then you come over here and you push the pump forward, and then that sucks this water back through this hose. And so there's not sealer in the hose, there's water in the hose. And so how long do you suck it back for? I usually count to like 15 seconds, and I'll like go down to like here or something like that. And then you turn that off, and then this will still be agitating, and you'll come up, and then you can turn the agitator off, and then you can turn the motor off. Just because I guess it's kind of dangerous to leave that running while you turn this valve off, I guess. And then you can turn the valve off. So make sure that valve's off before you leave. And the motor's off. So that's everything. And then this hose, it's usually left on. It's not on right now, so follow me over here. If it's really wet, this over here is really soupy. There's a regular hydrant up here. Just turn it on. And then if it's, I'll usually turn it off before I leave, just because that leaks a little bit. There's a hole in the hose, that's why. Wash that do that. And then usually what I'll do is I will, after I get that all put away, so that's kind of a priority, get that put away, then I will take the hose and I'll wash out the inside of this, like that, and then I will make sure that back one is closed, and then I'll open it up, and then I'll run water through there, just so it stops right here. So this is just filling up the water. And then I'll close that, and then I'll rinse everything off, like that. And then you will fill it up to the top. So, or not to the top, to 2 inches from the top to the upper side. I think that's everything. I'm going to turn off the water.